What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I am going to be custom making Gar from Rise of Kong or from any of the Kong comics. So what we're going to need first is a Ceratosaurus, and we're going to use the head and legs from this dinosaur. And next we're going to need is a T-Rex or Rexy, or however you want to put it. And we're going to use mostly the body. All we're going to remove is the head and arms. And this will not stay up because of the leg issue. It will, but it just has some balance issues. Next, we're going to need an X-Acto knife to do all the cutting. And we're going to need some green stuff to do the back spikes and to fill in some gaps. And we're also going to need sculpting tools. So we got all we need. Let's go on and get started with the cutting. I'm sorry that I did not record putting on the green stuff. What ended up happening, I did start recording and I thought everything was going like good and everything. But partway through, when I was almost done, I went back and looked at everything and find out this was all you saw in the footage was just his tail, or it flipped to its head, or something else. But it wasn't like on camera, so I did not add that in. I just wanted to let y'all know. So I'm going to tell y'all what I used and how I did it. So I used green stuff to do this part, and the tools that I use is this tool right here, this silicone piece, and it does have a ball part on this end, and I used a pick tool as well to like kind of put the stuff in and make the little lines for the detail. I don't know how good it's showing up, but in hand it's like got little red like folds and stuff in there. It's all I used on here. I got the 3 fingers. I got the spikes, but the spikes ended up messing up. They were good on here. And I think they were all like this one right here. I don't know how good that's showing up on camera. But right here, as good as this looked, but doing these first was my biggest mistake, because then I started moving on. I got a little horn on the nose right here and kind of went straight down to give it more of a square look instead of that little rounded part right there. And we got the Ceratosaurus back spikes right here as well. And then we got the main bigger spikes going down to the tail where the feathers are. And I'm going to go on and tell y'all this is a mixture of the game and the comic look. Because of how it ended up turning out, it just looks kind of like a mixture of both. And the mouth does still open and close, so that was a plus. I was worried that the green stuff was going to hinder that. And we got these little back spikes on the back of the heel. But yeah, I tried my best to do these feathers. I'm not sure how good it's coming in on the camera. But I tried to give it the little detail like feathers do. So, yeah. So we're going to go on and move on to the painting. So right here I'm using white prime. Now right here I have a mixture of a light orange and red to give me this reddish orange for the upper body. Now right here I'm using light mocha for the underbelly. And right here I have bright yellow for the main part of the feathers. Now right here I'm using the same light orange as earlier for the lines. And right here I'm using pavement for the spikes. Now I'm using MAC varnish to cover everything up. Alright, it's all finished. The MAC varnish is dried. And I'm gonna go and tell y'all, if y'all can, if the camera focus, you can see on the back, on from the top of his head right about here, going down to the tail, you can see a red streak going down it. That was added at last minutes after I put the MAC varnish on there. It just, I looked back at some photos and some other stuff and find out it did have some red, but also the red kind of does take away some of that orange. Not too sure how good it's showing up on camera. This is, it's like I dry brushed dark red on there. Now the tail, I realized after everything and after I've got it painted, I went back and, like I said, when I did the last minutes on the back, I realized I missed two feathers in the middle right here and one feather in at the tip. I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. I thought it was only four feathers because when you look at the game version, you can't tell if those are feathers or spikes or what. And when I went back and looked at some concept art and from the actual comic where this dinosaur is originated from, he had feathers, so I added feathers, but I didn't know how many until after that, so I'm sorry about that. Now, its mouth can still open and close from the Ceratosaurus, but other than that, everything looks kind of good. I did miss the spikes on the knees right here, but that was only in the game version. And the comic and everything else that you see Gar in does not really have the knee spikes, just the spike back here on its back heel. But yeah, I think I did an okay job so far. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Do y'all think I did okay? The only thing I see that I messed up on was the tail, but hopefully y'all can forgive me on that. Now let's go on and get in some sizes. Now right here I have King Kong from the Peter Jackson '05. I think that's the right year, '05 King Kong movie. And they scale up pretty good in scale, I think. Get him into a little bit of a pose like he's beating his chest at Gar, ready to fight. But yeah, if y'all have this type of King Kong right here, and y'all have a Ceratosaurus and a Rex or Rexy figure, you can go on and try this. Just make sure don't make the same mistake I did. I'll probably go back later on and add the other feathers, or I'll leave it like that for let's say battle damage, like the feathers got pulled off or something, or he molted them, or like this back spike right here that broke right there. But yeah, the eyes are so small. Hopefully it's catching on camera. See if we can zoom in a bit on here so y'all can see it. But I got that little pupil right there in those eyes, and it's also on this side. Give y'all a little bit. Now you can really see the red going on. But yeah, I'm going to go and end it right here. Hopefully I'll see everybody next time.